You're now watching Q News. Here are the top stories for this hour. The Israeli occupation forces have continued their aggression against Jenin's Syrian camp that takes place for the third consecutive day, leaving 12 deaths and causing widespread destruction to the infrastructure. That came as residents reported ongoing gunfire and explosions, with at least 4 wounded following the previous day's death of 10 people. This marked the third major Israeli army incursion into Jenin in less than 2 years. Hamas has announced that displaced individuals would be allowed to return to northern Gaza following the completion of a detainee exchange and Israel's withdrawal from the El Rashid coastal road. Their statement added that internally displaced pedestrians may return north via El Rashid streets without weapons or searches, with free movement permitted between northern and southern Gaza. Vehicles will also be allowed to cross after inspections. Their statement added that starting the 22nd day of the truce agreement, displaced pedestrians may return via Salah ad-Din Street without searches. The new United Nations new Middle East envoy, Sigrid Kaag, has visited Qnews in Gaza for the first time since the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. Kaag was seen walking among damaged buildings and touring a UNICEF-supported medical clinic and a psychological support center for children. She said she hopes that the ceasefire holds and that the UN continues to deliver humanitarian assistance and that the basic necessities Palestinians have lost. More aid has been seen driving through Rafah on the 5th day of the truce. According to United Nations officials, more than 2,400 aid trucks have entered the Gaza Strip since the truce agreement between Israel and Hamas took effect. Convoys of trucks carrying humanitarian aid rolling into Rafah in Gaza's south. The UN previously estimated that around 60% of Gaza's infrastructure has been destroyed, including schools and hospitals. Aid and fuel deliveries were severely restricted during the conflict, prompting international criticism of Israel. Israeli media has reported that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is attempting to delay the withdrawal from Lebanon due to pressure from Finance Minister Smotrich to maintain a presence in Lebanese territory. That comes as the Israeli Security Cabinet is meeting to discuss keeping a portion of the Israeli Defense Forces in southern Lebanon. Israeli media outlets have reported that Tel Aviv has requested permission from the U.S. Trump administration to maintain a presence in 5 strategic military installations in southern Lebanon. UN High Commissioner for Refugees Filippo Grandi has expressed the organization's readiness to provide all forms of support to Lebanon following the Israeli aggression on southern Lebanon. In a press conference, Grandi revealed that over 450,000 Syrians have returned to their homes during the Lebanese crisis, emphasizing the need for continued support for Syrian refugees. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has affirmed Tehran's clear commitment to the global nuclear non-proliferation regime. Araghchi stated that Tehran will never seek, under any circumstances, to produce or acquire nuclear weapons. He highlighted the threat posed by Israel's nuclear arsenal and its refusal to join the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, stressing the need to address this issue. His remarks were a response to UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, who urged Iran earlier to improve relations with regional nations and the U.S. by explicitly declaring it has no intention to develop nuclear weapons. The U.S. House of Representatives has voted to pass a Republican-led bill requiring the detention of undocumented immigrants accused of specific crimes. The bill, named the Lakin-Riley Act, now heads to the White House for the president's signature, following Senate approval earlier this week. This marks an early legislative victory for President Donald Trump and congressional Republicans, who prioritized this measure in the new Congress.
Level crime now, local law enforcement can contact ICE to get these people detained, processed, and deported. These people, these criminals that come across that inflict violence on American families, they just get...
This concludes our top stories for this hour. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates on Q News.